Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Ivan here. I just got home from Tuesday locals at my store. I ended up going 3-1 for the first time, and I was third place after Swiss. And then we didn't end up playing it out because it ended kind of late because people were just poking it like always. Usually happens at this locals because there's just a bunch of players that are like pro players, I guess you could say, that they like taking their time and making sure they play the right moves. And there's also a bunch of what do you call them, Salaman players right now. I'm pretty sure that everybody's locals, like everybody's trying to build their budget version or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's a thing too. But I decided to take this deck, and it worked out really, really well. I beat two Salamangreats. One had pretty much everything, and another one was just somebody who had pretty much just picked up the deck just recently, and so he wasn't too familiar with like a bunch of the combos and stuff like that, which is not the most difficult deck to remember. But yeah, then I also played against a Thunder Dragon with Denko Seka or Seka's Lights. And that was a pretty easy win. The one game that I did lose to, I lost to Crusadia Guard Dragons because he just opened up the 4 negate field, and I honestly didn't think anybody would be playing that deck, so I didn't really side deck too many cards or have anything really to get over stuff like that. And even I think just to playing the two or three negates is really hard in this deck. So I ended up losing that one. I really wish I would have had like spear modes or kaijus or something like that. But live and learn. So yeah, that was it for the locals. I played ABC. This is probably like my favorite deck of all time. I used to be a really, really big Gear fit player. Gear was like my favorite deck, but it's just so slow now. And unless they get some crazy support, I probably won't ever be playing the deck again. So this is, I don't know, it just kind of reminds me of Gear, but not really. It's ABC, so of course you're gonna be playing 3A, 3B, and 3C. I just like, I've seen a bunch of like builds where you play like two or of some of them, and like one or two C's and two A's, I think, and then you play 3B's. But I just like it this way. I think just seeing the pieces, because of another card I'm playing, it's just not as bad like dead drawing them. Then I'm playing two gadgets, two gold and two silver. I think they're just really still important to the deck, even though they do get Veilered or Impermanence a lot, which really sucks. But then again, they do float, so it's not the worst thing. And then I'm playing a Symphonic Warrior engine. I'm playing two guitar and two mics. I really like this engine because it opens up a bunch of cool combo plays you can do. And almost nobody's playing Ghost Ogre right now, so it's pretty safe playing these cards at the moment because they can't stop it, because you can't Impermanence and you can't what's the other, or Veiler. You can actually Veiler this guy, so I shouldn't say that. But most of the time you discard your card and you get like another piece into the grave or something like that, and you just get your free summon. They're also machines, so they work pretty good in this deck. And then I'm playing one heavy mech support armor, just one because it's pretty decent with a certain combo you can play where you end your board with like a Nightmare Griffin, linked with the ABC Buster Dragon, and pretty much any pretty much any link to you want. Then for hand traps, I did play a bunch of hand traps today because I just figured that everybody was going to be playing Salamangreats, and I didn't want to get blown out just because I wasn't able to stop their plays. So I was playing 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, and 2 DD Crow. This was a late addition to the deck. I didn't know how great it would be against the Salamangreats, but it was actually pretty good because you banished their Drizzy or Dizzy. What's the one that summons itself from the grave? You banish that. Or you could also banish their counter trap from play, so they can't bring it back with the Link monster. And yeah, it worked out pretty well today. I did draw it once. No, I drew it twice. So, and both times I drew it, it won me the game. But yeah, Veiler was also really, really good. Against the Guard Dragon player, he was able to play through the one Valor I had because he had a what do you call it? Call by the Grave. So he just negated it. That's it for the monsters. Now for the spells. 3 Call by the Grave because you hate hand traps because they just are the bane of this freaking deck. 3 Union Hanger because it's the best field spell in the game right now. It's just freaking the best. And then 2 Terraforming because you want to get to your Union Hanger. And then 2 Pot of Desires. I think only one time I saw this card and it didn't get ashed. That's why I kind of hate this card right now because it's just so annoying. Like, you banish your 10 cards and then they ash you. And then especially now that everybody has ash now. Kind of sucks, but the +2 is just so good if you can get it off. 2 main deck Twin Twisters. I think I saw them like once. It won me the game because I was able to Twin Twisters away the counter trap for the Salamangreat player, and that was the only card he had. So he negated it because I targeted it, the counter trap and then the field spell. He negated it obviously because he wasn't just going to give it away for free. And then I was just able to beat him from there because I was able to make my Buster play. And then I was able to banish his Link monster. Then on his turn, I was able to banish the Lady Debug before he could do the combo to Baylinks. Monster Reborn, because you can bring back Dragon Buster with it. And then a World Legacy Succession. I was trying this card out today. It was pretty decent. I did bring back Buster one time with it, which was pretty funny because I think I made a Ripperdokus or something. I needed something with just a Link arrow that was pointing down. But I think that was the only play I could make that turn. And it just won me the game because Buster is just so good, being able to banish stuff. And then for the last spell, 1 Hornet Drones. It's really good extender. Helps you make a decent on Link 2. So without having used your normal summon, which is really important. For the extra deck, 1 Kagari. I'm only playing 1 target for the Hornet Drones, and I think that's, pretty decent. Kagari, you bring it back, and then you get your Hornet Drones back, and everybody knows the play already. 1 Underclock Taker. This card actually came up a couple of times because I needed the arrow that was pointing to the left. And Underclock Taker, I think, is like one of the only ones that was playing like that. I played this like that. Nightmare Phoenix didn't make it at all today. Hippo Sinnogen didn't make it at all today. Cleefort Genius made this once, but I pretty much just use it just to climb the Link ladder to make summon sorcerers. Ripperdokus just randomly comes up where you have like a weird board and you need to make something so you can make summon sorcerers with. Like you're stuck with like the Hornet Drones or the token from the Hornet Drones, or you're desperate enough where you have to summon like your hand trap or something like that. Decode Talker. This actually came up once, and I just needed a monster that was big enough to do 5,000 damage. So I made this with Buster, and I put Buster underneath. So Buster was 3,000 and he was 2,800. And I think I had another ABC piece on the other side, so I pretty much just OTK'd him right there. Summon Sorcerers, because it's stupid broken until it gets banned. Nightmare Griffin, obviously the MVP of the side of the extra deck. Just being able to stop your opponent from using, effects is always going to be really good. And he's got a big body with 2,500. Yeah. Then the 3 Buster, because he's the best boss monster in the whole game. Honestly, I kind of want to play 2 because I almost never ever find myself playing or summoning the 3rd one. Because usually the game ends where I lose or the game ends where I've won already. So I've never honestly summoned the 3rd one. It's not as common as it was before back in the day, where you could just summon at least like 2 a turn. But yeah. Then Tornado Dragon. I didn't play any Pendulum, which was why I wanted to play this. Because I saw the last time I went to locals, a bunch of people, like 2-3 people were playing Pendulums. And I just think this card's just super good against that deck. Abyss Dweller, because it's so freaking awesome right now against stuff like Dangers, Orchist, the Phantom Knight Engine, freaking Salamangreats, It's pretty much good against every deck right now, except Sky Strikers, and even then, you could still kind of use it against the what do you call it? The Ray, which it's not the best play, but it's still there just in case. And then Gigagan X for the combo where you use him to search out your Symphonic Warrior engine, or to search out your Heavy Mech support. Really good card. Even though he did get Effect Veiler like twice today. The side deck I played today, it's pretty standard. For my locals at least. 3 Lancia, because Lancia is just so good against those banished decks. Stuff like that's playing a bunch of dangers, or Orcus, or Phantom Knights, all that stuff. 2 Prankotrops, because this just wins games. Going second sometimes, because you'll pop them up, pop them off, get rid of a back row, get rid of a monster, do your regular play, and there's no way they could stop you, which is pretty badass. 3 Shared Ride. This was for the Sky Striker matchup, but I didn't play any today. I don't know. I kind of wanted to play Kaijus instead of this. I probably should have, because nobody was playing Hornet Drones. Nobody was playing Sky Strikers today, but I guess live and learn. Then 3 Gozen match and 3 Rivalry, because they can just win you the game by themselves if you're going first, which is really honestly what you want to do. Like when I got blown out game 1 against Crusadia Guard Dragons, I cited both of these in, because these 2 cards just kill that deck, even though it does kind of hurt yours to an extent, because Gozen match, you're not playing all attributes of light because you have the Symphonic Warriors. And then Rivalry, because when you're making your links and stuff like that, you want to end with like the board of Nightmare Griffin and ABC Dragon Buster, but Nightmare Griffin's not a machine monster, or he's also not dark, or actually, he's dark, not light. So, yeah, but I actually opened Gozen match. I flipped it up, stopped him for a turn, like my turn. I didn't get anything. I think I had like an A, and I was just poking him with A. Then it was his turn. He drew the out to this, which was Pankatrops. He dropped his Pankatrops, popped it off, destroyed Gozen match, and then just went off from there. And he just won the game. And the last of the side, Imperial Order, didn't get decided today because I didn't play against any like spell type decks. So it wasn't really that good today, but I would never not play, especially in this deck where your spells honestly don't even really matter. The only one that matters is your Union Hanger, but if you get it off on your turn, it doesn't really matter because you get it off from there. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for the profile. Pretty much, honestly, I'm probably just gonna stay playing this deck till the format ends, or if I find something, just to play once for locals or something. I'm trying to build Orcust right now. I have pretty much, I'm not going to play with like dangers and stuff because it's just so expensive. I think the only danger I'm going to play is Mothman. But yeah, that'll be something for a different video. I'm not sure, because I still am testing the build to see what I like. But I think this deck's just really, really consistent. It's always been really consistent. It has a pretty decent Salamangreat matchup, so that's why I really decided to play this deck today, because I saw a bunch of people that usually are pretty good, locals-wise, were playing Salamangreats, and then I was like, nah, well, screw it. And then, just my luck, today everybody decided to play like their fun-type decks, because, it's honestly just locals, it's just for fun. But, yeah, ended up playing 2 Salamangreat decks, and beating both of them, which was pretty funny. But yeah, guys, I guess till next time, this is your boy Ivan. I'll see you guys later, and don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, see you guys later.